If you want magnificent outcomes to any situation in your life, you have to use the... Have you ever had a time when you were hoping for a good outcome from a situation? Like you found yourself ever thinking, I hope this goes well, I hope this turns out okay, I'm gonna need a lot of luck for this one. Have you ever had that? Most people think that life happens by a stroke of luck. But the truth is, that's not how life happens. Many people don't realize or maybe don't remind themselves enough that we are living in a universe, and this universe of ours operates mathematically to the finest degree. And that is something that we can count on. What do I mean by that? Think about it. Let's say a pilot, when he's flying a plane, there's the law of physics, right? And the pilot doesn't hope that the law of physics will continue going on throughout his flight because he knows that the law of physics will never fail. Another example, we have the law of gravity. We don't go about in our day hoping that today the law of gravity is not going to work. You know there's no chance of that, and gravity will always be in play. Gravity is something that many people take for granted, but there is a law of gravity that's working around us, keeping us from floating off into space. If there's a law for everything, if you want magnificent outcomes to any situation in your life, you have to use the law that governs outcomes, the law of attraction. And how do you use the law of attraction? You have to use your thoughts and your feelings to attract magnificent outcomes to you. And by being grateful for magnificent outcomes that you want is one of the simplest ways to do it. So today we're gonna do the magnificent outcomes practice, and this practice is being grateful to do something before you do it well. You could be grateful for the upcoming job interview, a phone call with a client, a catch up with a friend. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome for your exercise routine. And if you have a pet and you're bringing them for an appointment, be grateful for that magnificent outcome of that. If you yourself have an upcoming health checkup, you could be grateful for the magnificent outcome of that too. And if you're like buying a new phone soon, you can be grateful for that. And you can be grateful for buying a new phone, buying a new computer setup, grateful for flying off overseas during the summer holidays. You could even be grateful for the magnificent outcome after watching this video. Another time to use gratitude for magnificent outcomes is when something unexpected happens during your day. And what do I mean by this? When something unexpected happens in our day, very often we can jump ahead to conclusions and think that something is wrong. For example, when you drive to work and you reach your office and then somebody tells you, hey, the boss wants to see you right away. The first thing that we do is what? Am I in some sort of trouble? Panic, right? We start to think about all the possibilities of that. Why is he gonna see me? Why does he want to see me? The problem with jumping to conclusions and thinking that something is wrong is that the law of attraction says that what you think and what you feel will attract to you. So when something like this happens, instead of jumping to conclusions and thinking you might be in trouble, take the opportunity to make magic happen by being grateful for a magnificent outcome. Yes, I know it sounds counterintuitive and sounds crazy, but how many of you who have been practicing along with the magic practices agree, even just to the smallest degree, that there is some sort of truth in the law of attraction and in the practices that you have done over the past few days, and that whenever you practice them, whenever you practice gratitude, you have felt a shift in your life. So if that has been working for you, my question is, why not this? And how many of you agree that we are creatures of habit? So whenever something unexpected crops up, maybe if you're a parent and you received a call from the school, you automatically think, oh, I wonder what's wrong with my kid. Something is wrong. Or maybe you receive an unexpected email or phone call from somebody. Your brain starts thinking a little bit towards the negative. Catch yourself. And in that time, remember, you have the power to change the situation around by feeling the gratitude for a magnificent outcome. Because gratitude will protect you from attracting what you don't want. Gratitude will ensure that you get what you want. The last thing is, when you use gratitude as a way of life, you automatically go into everything and do everything with an attitude of gratitude. The more you practice this in your life, the more you make it a daily habit, the more magnificent outcomes you will attract into your daily life. And no matter what is happening throughout your day, you will know for certainty the outcome will always be positive. So whenever you face any uncertainty in any situations, remember to break that habit, break that pattern of negative thinking, and replace it with the gratitude of having a magnificent outcome.